Greetings, Cosmos, and welcome back to Final Fantasy IV DS. Okay, so last time I was exploring the Cave of Eblan. Oh hey, Shuriken. We're gonna need a lot more than one. Oh hey. We meet at last. I've been looking forward to this, Rubicant. Should I know you from somewhere? I'm Prince Edge of Eblan. Edge, Prince of Eblan. I don't know where I heard this. I don't know if it's official, but supposedly his name is short for Edward Geraldine. Eblan, I'm afraid I do not know the place of which you speak. Then let me help you remember. Gosh, that must be awkward to move in with his cape attached to his wrists. Pitiful. Allow me to show you real flame. So this is a hint for his boss fight, by the way. When he poses like that, oh goodness, that hits him and heals him too. I didn't even realize that. Damn you! You've strength worthy enough of pride, but not nearly enough to think of challenging me. Hone your skills. I'll look forward to facing you again when you have. Fire teleport! Come back here! Are you alright? I lost and he got away. Of course I'm not alright. We came to find Rubicant too and the crystals he holds. Rubicant's mine. You stay on this. I'm going to put an end to him with my own hand. Your enemy is an elemental archfiend, Your Highness. You've seen his strength for yourself. Heh, don't mistake me for some pampered prince. The Eblanese royal family is heir to the secrets of the ninja masters of old. I don't need help from lesser men. Enough! I can't watch another person go off to die. First Tella and Yang, and then Sid too. All of them. All of them! Hey, I mean... Rydia. Rubicant is the strongest of the four archfiends. Whether we can even hope to defeat him, I cannot say. But we have no choice. We must take back the crystals he holds. It doesn't look like I have much choice. I can't leave a pretty girl crying. Let's do this together then, just this once. Huh, too weak to stand and still as arrogant as could be. It's nigh on comical. Rosa, do you think you could... Kira! Thank you, my dear. You're not so rough on the eyes yourself. Right then, time for us to break into the tower now that we're all fast friends. That was an awfully fast recovery. Well, yeah, his pride wasn't wounded, just his body. So let's check out Edge's ability. Attack, steal, throw, ninjutsu, items. So throw is what we have the shurikens for, just like in every other Final Fantasy game. So I clearly haven't finished exploring this area, so I need to go back and finish exploring before I'll be willing to move on. Good job, me. My brain got caught when my... Oh. So Edge is pretty frail compared with the other melee characters, but I'm not worried about leaving up front because nothing that respects Ro will hit him there, thanks to Cecil's draw attacks. Ninjutsu has a bunch of spells, but Edge isn't, very magically inclined. Ow. Growing pains. Okay. So, I suspect that I accessed that from the left side. So I need to go back pretty... He's already optimized, but I want him doing more damage, so I'm willing to accept a bit less defense. Oh. Alright, so... Really? Edge, when he joins, isn't very good. But he'll grow into his power. Oh, hey, nice. Yeah, Rydia, level 41. Ooh, Thundaga. Alright, so, Black Magic, Thundaga. It's sad that we can only see the attack power spells in combat, but also I'm amazed that this lets you see the attack power spells at all. Oh, hey. Guess what we need to do? We need to sneak around to get that. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm just gonna run away from this egg. Because they're really annoying to fight. 99%. Well, what did I miss? Okay. Oh, there we go. I had to return to the entrance that I came in from to complete this map. Let's see. Oh. So, flame, smoke, which lets us flee for free. It is pretty useful actually. Shadowbind, I don't know what that does. Mirage, which casts blink on the user. I'll toss out flame and see how that does. Oh hey, hit a weakness and did very little damage. Actually no, that's a bit more than his physical attack does to a single target right now. And that was done to all targets. Yeah, like I said, Edge doesn't seem very strong when he joins you, especially compared to Young, who we just lost. Young. But he'll grow into power. So I looked into the Naming Way quest, and the next part's going to be annoying. I have to acquire a 1 in 255 drop from any Flan type enemy and give it to Naming Way back in Agate. But yeah, Mirage, it's useful as a secondary source of blink. Can only target the user though. Oh. Alright, so I'm just gonna run. Okay. So there was a weapon shop here. I don't think that was it. Okay, I guess that might have been it. Let's see. King can benefit from this. Okay, Kunai is just what Edge already has. So if you thought you were going to get ahead of the game by equipping that on Edge, you're in a bad place. Boomerangs are Edge weapons. They are less powerful than the Kunai, but they let him do full damage from the back row. I think in the original release of Final Fantasy IV there was a glitch where if you had him equipped with one boomerang once, he could always do full damage from the back row forever. Uh-huh. Map complete. Hermes sandals. Uh-oh. Alright, so Ninjutsu, Flame, Pray, Attack, Jump, Summon, Dragon. I wish this game would let me do the thing where I go into the menu and then pick the option that lets me retain my previous choices. That way I don't have to scroll through all the menus every time in order to find what I'm looking for. Dragon, Radiant Breath. Alright, now go ahead and roll this. High potion. And I'm gonna go hit the save point and next time we will grab that last treasure chest and move on to the Tower of Babel. Oh wow. Look at that damage from Edge. That kind of damage the Sus will do when hitting a weakness to them. On a critical hit, less damage than Edge did with a standard attack on that. Now isn't that interesting? Oh goodness, what is up with this? Why was that lag so bad? Usually that only happens when I got something big going on like Terraria. And also Discord at the same time. Alright. That's interesting. I think Edge's damage calculation might be a bit weird, and that's why he feels kind of weak. Since he's the only character... Oh wow. Character to have two weapons, well besides Young, to have two weapons. Since he did so much damage to that one enemy who I assume has low defense. And he's doing less than half the damage to these enemies. Alright, so Rosa, level up. Cecil's going to toss healing magic at us all, mostly at himself. Okay, now what am I doing? Going down here to hunt for the save point. Oh. Uh-oh. Alright, so now I can just let the auto battle roll. So the first time I played Final Fantasy II was shortly before Pokemon Gold and Silver came out. Well, Final Fantasy IV, it was called 2 on the Super Nintendo back in the day. And I loved it so much that I named a couple of my Pokemon after characters from it. I had a Togetic, who I would regularly use a fly in combat. Now I realize that's a bad idea for several reasons, including the fact that Togetic had poor physical attack. And fly sucked, but I named it Kane because I really liked his jump attack. And saw Togetic's fly, well, I saw fly from Pokemon in general as being analogous to Kane's jump, and Kane's jump is really powerful, gives him a turn of invulnerability. And then I got a Tyranitar and named it after the final boss. And no one else knew what Tyranitar was or how to get it, and I refused to share because, well, mostly because everyone else was always bullying me and picking on me. And so I wanted to have something to hold over them. Like, this bullying frequently escalated to physical violence. And stealing my things. Anyway, so yeah, I had a Tyranitar, named it after the final boss of Final Fantasy IV, and never told anyone what its true name was. In fact, they thought that that was its true name because they'd never played Final Fantasy IV. Refused to listen to me info dump about it. Yeah. And so therefore they couldn't find any information on how to get Tyranitar. One of my quote-unquote friends made fun of me for picking up Larvitar when I did, but I was like, you know, I bet this thing's gonna be like Dragonite and evolve into something really cool at level 55. I don't know how I intuited that. Anyway, join me next time when I finally enter the Tower of Babil again. I'll see you then.